All right. Hello, everyone. I hope that you can hear me okay. I've started your full moon yoga ritual a little bit early because I am trying my first time doing a live on YouTube. So I'm here on TikTok and I'm here on YouTube, and we're going to see what happens. If you come on to this live, can you please let me know if you can hear me or not? If you can see me okay. I'm using my computer's built-in camera for the live here on YouTube. So hopefully you can see me okay and the lighting is okay and all of that kind of stuff. I'm pretty familiar now with TikTok. So if you've come on to this live and you're looking for some yoga, tonight we are doing a full moon yoga flow. And the full moon is in Leo. So we've got a nice juicy practice. We're going to focus on the lion heart of Leo. So I'm just going to give a little bit of a moment here. My husband is going to join me and be part of this flow. You won't see him. He'll be off screen. And so you might see an arm waving around once in a while or something like that. But other than that, we're just going to hop in and have some fun on the mat tonight and allow ourselves some time to set intentions, to tune into the full moon energy, to get a flow on and move our bodies. So if yoga is your jam, then hop on with me. But also these flows are beginner friendly. So I always offer modifications and allow you to have space and time to find the flow within yourself. So you can modify as you need to. You can show up as works best for you. You can use this time for self-care and to just be present for yourself, and to tune into that full moon energy. So if you don't know me, my name is Tamu. My company is Mama Magma Yoga. I teach on Vancouver Island in British Columbia. I teach Hatha Yoga, and I have been doing lives on TikTok now for about a year on and off. Like I said, this is my first time over on YouTube. So if you're on TikTok and you'd rather be on YouTube, you can find me at YouTube Mama Magma Yoga and hop on there. So you might want to check that out. You can follow me, subscribe to my channel over here on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube and you'd rather check it out on TikTok, same thing. You can find me at Tamu Miles, TAMUMILES. So if you have never practiced yoga before and you just want to give it a try and have an evening, half an hour, 45 minutes of tuning into that full moon and setting your intentions and find some movement, these flows are beginner friendly. And like I said, you can show up as works best for you. I invite you to do like I've done and light a candle. You can't see it yet over here on YouTube. You can make sure that you've got some nice scents happening, that you've got your water bottle, maybe have a blanket for the end of class so that you can cover up in Shavasana, maybe even bring a pillow. Like, make this your time and your space to show up for yourself, to be present, to set your intentions, as I said. So we've got another little moment here before we start. If you have any questions while I'm here, feel free to ask and I'll answer as best as I can. And if you follow me, I'd like to check out your page, your content, and perhaps follow you back and become mutuals. That would be a beautiful thing as well. I don't understand why it's telling me it's going to refresh over on TikTok, but that's okay. So in terms of the Leo full moon, Leo is about our sense of self-esteem. It's our ability to be charismatic with others, to get things done, to attract people to ourselves. People who are Leo sun oftentimes really need recognition. They need to be feeling like they're accomplishing something. They're natural born leaders. They really are protective of those people that they care about and that they love. And then the shadow side is that their ego can get in the way. If they don't feel like they're getting enough attention, then they can become a little bit passive aggressive or a little bit vindictive, that kind of thing. So their ego can be bruised kind of easily. So watching for that as this full moon is happening. How are you communicating? Are you being able to take constructive criticism? Are you protecting your own heart and your space? Are you honoring yourself and honoring others? Are you allowing yourself to explore new ventures, to trust in what you are doing and that you've got the ability to do it? All of that kind of stuff. So tonight we're going to focus on the lion heart. So we're going to have some heart openers and allow our true sunshine to shine from the core and allow that heart to be protecting ourselves, protecting others, taking care of, shining a light on ourselves and on others, those kinds of things. So when you're ready, I invite you, if you're going to join in, to roll out your yoga mat, to set up your space. Like I said, make sure you've got your water, make sure you've got a blanket and a pillow for the end of class if that calls to you. Maybe you have a journal. Maybe you're someone who journals on the full moon. That's a beautiful thing to do after we do our class. We're going to have about a 30-minute flow and then about a 10-minute meditation at the end. Like I said, if you have any questions, you can ask. I won't see them once I hit the mat until the end of the session. You can stick around and ask me questions then if you'd like to, or just interact. Let me know how the flow went, how you're feeling this full moon, what it's bringing up inside of you, what are you being able to shine about in yourself and explore and be more outgoing and allow your self-esteem to be boosted up by this beautiful full moon. So let's hop on the mat when we're ready. I'm going to change this screen a little bit so that you can see me on my mat. I really hope that this works on YouTube. Probably next time I'm going to use an external camera. And I hope that you can hear me okay. So let's hop on our mats. We're going to start in child's pose. So you're going to come to your knees, your hands in your knees. Find a tabletop position. So get nice and sturdy here. And then you're going to bring your big toes to touch. You're going to open your knees a little bit wider than your hips. And you're just going to allow your tailbone to sink back towards your heels. And perhaps you crawl your fingertips towards the top edge of the mat and melt your heart and your forehead down to the earth. And just take a moment here to tune in, to soften into your breath, to become present, to open your perception to that full moon. And drop a pin on your mat. Let go of your day. Take a couple of deep breaths here. One more breath. Nicely done. As you're ready, you're just lifting your head a little bit and you're going to walk your palms off of the left side of your mat. So you're really reaching through your right arm, getting a stretch down the right side body. You can bow your forehead back down and let yourself soften, open through those hips. Maybe allow a little smile to tug at the corners of your mouth. Let your face relax. Let your heart melt down towards the floor. One more breath here. Nicely done. When you're ready, you're just lifting your head again and walking your palms through the center of your mat, taking them off of the right side, reaching through that left arm. And when you found that stretch, allowing yourself to bow back down, letting a nice opening happen in that armpit. down the left side of your body. Start to allow things to settle. One more breath here. Nicely done. We'll bring the hands back onto the mat. Let ourselves rise up to our tabletop. We're going to keep those knees nice and wide. And then you're going to point your fingertips towards your knees. So let's start with the right hand. We're pretending we're opening a mason jar and just seeing how much we can dial those fingertips towards our knees. So you might only come halfway, so the fingertips are pointing out. And maybe they reach around and they're able to point back towards your knees. Then you're going to do the same thing with the left hand, but taking it in the other direction. So you're getting an opening in your wrists. Now, if your knees are tricksy and you have to be careful here, you can stay up nice and tall. If you are able to sink back into your heels, you can walk the palms back towards your groin and allow those sits bones to come towards your heels. See if when you arrive, if you can lift your chest, roll your shoulders back, really lift up through the crown. Nice. We're going to take a lion's breath here. Now I invite you in this lion's breath. So change the wrists if you need to. You can come to having the hands in normal position. Try not to put too much pressure on them. Don't cause any pain. But in this lion's breath, I invite you to, on the exhales, to let go of anything that is holding you back. So we want to build self-esteem. We want to let go of anxiety, of fear, of self-doubt. So a lion's breath means that we're going to take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, we're going to take our gaze up towards our third eye, and we're going to stick our tongue out and be as fierce as we can with the exhale. So as you're ready, we're going to do 3 of these. Inhale in. Exhale. Stick that tongue out. Really exhale. Inhale in again. Exhale. Let go of that self-doubt and anxiety. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Nicely done. I applaud you if you actually did it. Let's rise back up, unravel those wrists. We'll bring the knees together, curl our toes under. Once again, send the tailbone back, come down to our elbows, and just allow for a little moment here to roll out those wrists. Just one more breath here. You've got it. When you're ready, rise back up. You can keep your knees underneath your hips, or I invite you to open them up a little bit wider once again. We're going to lean into our left hand. And when we're ready, we're sending the right fingertips up towards the sky, really opening through our chest, pulling back with that right shoulder. Inhale in. Exhale, thread that right arm underneath the left. Bring your right shoulder down to the earth and allow your right temple to relax down onto your mat. Now, if you want more out of this pose, you're going to bring that left palm in front of your face and lift the elbow so that you can push into the mat. Lean into your right knee and pull onto that right knee so that your hips square and center off. Breathe nice and deep here. Feel that twist in your upper and middle back. Last breath here. Gorgeous. When you're ready, we're slowly going to rise back up. Bring both hands to the earth underneath our shoulders. We'll lean into the right palm. Left fingertips reach up. Open your chest nice and wide. Exhale, left palm underneath the right arm, left shoulder to the earth. Let your head relax down. Rearrange that right palm so that you can see it in front of your face and lean into your left knee. Pull on that left knee, square off your hips. Allow for your breath. Last one here. Nicely done. Gently rise on up. Find your way back to your tabletop, walking your knees back underneath your hips. Now we're going to light a little bit of a fire in the belly. True to our lion, our Leo friends, we're going to send the right leg out behind us, lifting that right foot up off of the earth. Engage your core, push the earth away from you. You can keep both hands on the earth, or you can lean into your right hand and extend your left fingertips out past your crown. Inhale in here. Exhale, knee to nose, chin to chest. Inhale to reach. Exhale, round it through. You've got this. Last one. Inhale to reach. Exhale, round it through. Push the earth away. Really engage, engage, engage. Nice. Let the knee and the palm come back down to the earth. And when you're ready, we're going to step that right foot up between the palms and find our low lunge. Take your time getting here. Wiggle that front foot around so that you can see the whole thing. Lift your chest, roll your shoulders back, press into both feet. When you're ready, we're going to send the fingertips forward, up and back, and lift on up into our crescent. Let yourself back right off here. Maybe you rearrange that front foot so that you can find stability and then sink back down into the pose. Press into both feet. Inhale in here. Exhale, float those fingertips down behind your tailbone, interlace. Then you're going to roll your shoulders back, find a nice open chest. Really shine your Care Bear heart out into the world. Maybe you extend the knuckles down and away from the body and really find a stretch, but maybe that's not possible. Meet yourself exactly where you are today. Let's take 2 more breaths here. Last one. Nicely done. Release those fingertips, send them back up to the sky. Maybe you take your gaze up this time. Exhale, both hands come down to the earth. We step our right foot back, find our tabletop, walk the palms forward, let the bum come forward and down so you're in a half plank. Inhale in here. Exhale, hug your elbows in and lower slowly down to the belly. Come on to the tops of the feet. Keep your palms underneath your shoulders. And when you're ready, inhale, rise on up. Find a cobra, pull those shoulders back. Exhale, bow it down. Curl your toes under, push up to all fours, and then send those hips up high and back and find a downward facing dog. First downward dog of the practice. So I invite you to pedal through your feet, stretch through the backs of your legs. Concentrate on sending your tailbone up towards the sky. Press into your knuckles. Take some pressure out of your wrists. We're here for 1 more breath. Nicely done. When we're ready, the knees are coming back down to the earth. We're finding our tabletop. Walk those wrists underneath your shoulders. Get really nice and stable here. And then we'll send the left leg out behind us, lifting that left foot up towards the sky, engaging the core. Remember, you can stay on both hands, or you can lean into the left hand, reach the right fingertips out past your crown. Inhale in. Exhale, knee to nose, chin to chest. Inhale to reach. Exhale, round it through. Last one. Inhale to reach. And exhale to round. Nice. When you're ready, set that left knee down, the right hand down, and then we'll step that left foot up to the top of the mat and find our low lunge. Wiggle that front foot forward. Make sure you can see the whole thing. Ground down through both feet. Lift the chest, roll the shoulders back. When you're ready, push into that left foot, reach the fingertips forward, up and back, lift on up, find your way to your crescent, wiggle that front foot around if you need, and then sink down into the posture. Nice. Inhale in here. Exhale, float those fingertips down behind the tailbone, interlace with the other thumb on top, just a little bit of yoga for the brain. Pull those shoulders back, press your chest forward, and maybe extend the knuckles down and away from the body. Nicely done. Really open that heart. One more breath. You've got it. Release those fingertips. Bring them back down to the earth. Step your left foot back. Find your tabletop. Walk your palms forward so that your hips can drop forward and down. Find your half plank. Engage your core. Inhale in here. Exhale, hug the elbows in and lower down to the belly. Come on to the tops of your feet. Inhale, rise up for a cobra. Push that earth away. Exhale, bow it down. Nicely done. Push yourself back up to your tabletop position and bring the knees together, really together. Send the tailbone back. Reach your fingertips towards the back edge of the mat. Let your forehead come down to the earth. Let your shoulders relax and your spine round. One more breath here. Nicely done. In your own time, bring those palms underneath your shoulders. Lift back up to your tabletop position. Rearrange so that you're nice and sturdy here. When we're ready, we're stepping the right foot back up to the top of the mat, finding that familiar low lunge. Nice. Lift your chest. Try to roll those shoulders back. We're going to come up into a warrior one. So you're curling your back toes under, lifting your back knee, pivoting on that back foot, bringing the heel all the way to the earth, dialing those toes forward if you can. Bend into that front knee, and when you're ready, rise on up. Find your warrior one. I always have to wiggle my front foot around so that I can make sure my knee doesn't track past my ankle. Then we're rolling our shoulders back, sending the fingertips up towards the sky once again. Open through the heart. Nice big beach ball between the hands overhead. Take a moment to pause. Nice. Inhale, maybe you look up. Exhale, once again, we're going to interlace those fingertips behind the tailbone. Find your version of an open heart. Now you can stay up here. If there's a lot going on, allow that to happen. If you want to deepen into the posture, take a deep breath in. Exhale, start to bow forward to the inside of your right thigh. Maybe you only come halfway. Maybe the forehead reaches down towards the earth. One more breath here. As we're ready, we're rising back up, releasing those fingertips, sending them up towards the sky. And on an exhale, we're going to bring those fingertips back down to the earth. Nice. Wiggle that front foot into the midline, and then see if you can start to straighten through that right leg. Finding a pyramid pose. You may need to close the gap between your feet a little bit. See if you can find a nice stretch in the back of that right leg. Pull the right hip crease back so your hips square to the top of the mat. Take a moment to breathe here. Nicely done. Now we're going to see if we can come into a triangle. So we're going to bring our right hand to our right shin. Maybe you need to lift up a little bit in order to find space. And we'll see if we can send the left fingertips up towards the sky. You can keep your gaze down on the floor, or you can try taking that gaze up towards those left fingertips, challenging your balance. Stay strong in your feet. One more breath. Nice. Bring that left hand back down. Bend through that right knee and then lower the left knee back down to the earth. Step the right foot back. Find your tabletop position and your choice this time. Come back down to that child's pose or find a downward dog for 2 breaths. Breathe nice and deep. Press into your knuckles. Last breath. Gorgeous. Lower those knees back down to the earth. You've got this. Bring those wrists back underneath those shoulders. And when we're ready, we're stepping the left foot up, finding our low lunge, getting nice and secure here first, lifting the chest, rolling the shoulders back. Gorgeous. We'll curl the back toes under, lift the back knee, pivot on that back foot, bring the whole foot to the earth. Bend that front knee, and when you're ready, rise on up. Find your way to your warrior. You could relift those hands whenever you're ready, but sink down into the posture. Try to keep both feet really grounded to the earth. Nice. Inhale to reach. Exhale, float those fingertips down behind the tailbone. Other thumb on top. Find that awkward stance. Then you're going to pull those shoulders back. Maybe extend the knuckles down and away. Back leg is really strong here. Front quad is really working. Remember that you can stay here or you can take a deep breath in. Exhale, start to bow forward. Now remember, it could be a micro bend, but you're coming into the inside of that thigh if you're bowing all the way down. Reaching those knuckles up towards the sky if that's accessible in your body. Open that chest. One more breath. As you're ready, rise on up, release those fingertips, send them up towards the sky. Maybe you look up, find a bit of a back bend. Exhale, both hands come down to the earth. Let there be a bend in that front knee first. Walk that foot into the midline. And then see if you can start to straighten through that left leg. As with the other side, maybe you need to close the gap between your feet a little bit in order to make it accessible. And there can always be a little bend in that front knee as much as you need there to be. You'll still get a stretch. Pull back with that left hip crease. Let your breath calm here. One more. Nice. Lift your torso a little bit. Bring the left hand to the left shin. And when we're ready, reach the right fingertips up towards the sky. Dial your hips to the right. Open through that left inner thigh. Take your gaze where it works for you. Last breath here. Nice. Left hand comes down, we bend, or right hand comes down, left knee bends, we lower the right knee down to the earth. And when we're ready, we're stepping back with that left foot, finding our tabletop, walking the palms forward, lowering the hips down a little bit, bringing them in line with the crown of our head. Inhale in here. Exhale, hug those elbows in and lower down to the belly. Come on to the tops of your feet. Inhale, rise up for your cobra. Pull those shoulders back. Exhale, bow it down. Push up to all fours. And once again, your choice. You can soften down into a child's pose and take a break. Or if you need more, you can spend a moment in downward facing dog. Let the head relax. Let the throat become soft. Nicely done. When we're ready, the knees come back down to the earth if we're in downward dog, or we just find our way back to our tabletop position. Then we're going to swing the legs to one side, any side, come to our seat. You can find Sukhasana or easy pose, or you can send your legs out long in front of you, or you can be in bound angle or Baddha Konasana. Find your way to a nice tall seat. And when you're ready, inhale, open the arms nice and wide. Exhale, give yourself a hug with the right arm on top. Reach back towards those shoulder blades. Bow your chin towards your chest. Let yourself soften here. Maybe you give yourself a little massage on the shoulders or the shoulder blade. Maybe you rock side to side. Soften through your jaw. Relax your face. Let the breath start to calm. Last breath here. Nice. Bring the head back to a neutral position. Reach the arms wide once again. Maybe you look up, really open your chest. Exhale, give yourself a hug with the left arm on top. Reach back towards those shoulder blades. Once again, bow your chin to your chest. Relax the shoulders down. Let it be a nice softening here. Giving yourself a hug. Congratulating yourself for moving through the flow, for showing up for yourself today. One more breath here. Nice. Gently release the arms. Ooh, if you need to roll your shoulders, allow that to happen. Nicely done. Then we'll bring the palms together at heart center. And we're just going to rub the palms together and create some heat. See if you can maybe speed it up a little bit. Create some heat between those hands. You've got it. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Nice. Then we'll just take those nice heated palms to our heart center. Sit up nice and tall. Feel the heat of your hands on your chest. Feel your heartbeat. Start to come into our meditation, relaxing those shoulders, softening the gaze or closing the eyes. And when you're ready, we'll release the hands and you can stay seated or you can come down to your back and cover yourself with a blanket, maybe bring a pillow into the picture, really allow yourself to soften. And if you'd like, close those eyes, let the shoulders relax down, let the body start to get nice and heavy. If you're seated, try to keep a nice long spine. Relax through your throat and your jaw, no matter where you are. Notice what's happening in your body. How does your body feel after your practice now? We're going to take 3 deep breaths here together. I invite you on your exhales to once again release self-doubt and anxiety. Anything that is holding you back from being your confident, beautiful self. As you're ready, deep breath in. Long breath out. Relax those shoulders even more. Inhale. And an exhale. Last one. Inhale. And an exhale. Let everything relax and soften. Imagine this full moon shining its light upon your face, highlighting your strengths, your capabilities, your unique genius. Allowing you to have an open, fierce, but compassionate heart. Standing up for yourself and for others. As we go into a couple minutes of silence, I invite you to maybe contemplate these affirmations. I move with ease and confidence. I fiercely protect myself and those I love. I move with ease and confidence. And I fiercely protect myself and those I love. We'll have 2 minutes of silence now. And just let yourself surrender. I'll let you know when it's time to come out. As you're ready, start to invite yourself back into your space. Notice the quality of the air in your room, the feeling of your clothing on your body, how your heart space feels now after your practice and after this little mini meditation. Maybe you wiggle fingertips and toes. Maybe you rotate wrists and ankles. Maybe that leads to a nice big stretch and a deep breath. When you're ready, you can flutter your eyelashes open. We'll bring the palms together at heart center. Nice deep breath in here. Exhale, thumbs to third eye, and we bow deeply to ourselves, to our practice, and to this gorgeous Leo full moon. The light in me honors, cherishes, and is in constant awe of the light in you. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope that it serves you well, and I can't wait to see you next time. I hope all went well over on the YouTube channel. If you have any questions for me, feel free to ask, or if you'd like to share with myself and with others how your flow went or how you're feeling this full moon, I'll stick around here for a couple of minutes and answer any questions. Maybe you found that to be quite a fierce practice. I think my husband's going to be telling me that was a lot more than he bargained for. So I hope that you enjoyed it and that you were able to meet your own challenge and to embrace the poses and to embrace your own strength. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this full moon. I hope you take some time to get outside, maybe go down to the water if it's clear where you are, and maybe light some sage or just have a moment to reflect. Maybe you're someone who uses the tarot or oracle cards. Maybe you're someone who likes to take pictures or photographs, I should say. Maybe you like to journal, but I hope that you find some time for yourself. I'm going to make sure that I do, that I find some time just for me to really feel into this full moon. And I really hope that this practice gave you a chance to do that on some level. And if you joined me over here on YouTube, I hope that you were able to hear me. I'm just seeing the level of my volume. I'll figure this stuff out. I'm just not on Facebook anymore with these lives. So I'm just not liking the direction that Facebook is going, and I want to cultivate more of a community over on YouTube. I'll keep doing these lives here on TikTok as well. Thank you so much. I don't see any questions coming up. So I love you. Have a great day. Thanks for joining me. And I hope to see you next month in March for our full moon flow. Then you can always check out my website to see when that's happening. I'll see you soon, my friends. Namaste.